players' effort tonight. You know, if anyone wants to know, like, what the general consensus is, if you're number one, you know, every once in a while, I think you have a team that comes in with just one thing in mind, and that is to try everything that they haven't done in the past to catch us off guard and upset us. And, you know, they played most of the game a triangle and two. That'll work for a little bit, but that's not going to work over the long haul. We have too much firepower, and some of the shots that we missed were great shots. Took a little time for us to adjust, but once we did, thought we made some really key plays against it. They played a tandem in three, which I'm going to tell you, when I was in the Blackhawk Bantams in 4th grade, we played a team called the Scarlet Knights, and that's what they played. They played a guy at the nail and a guy in the hoop, and then 3 guys played man-to-man. And you don't see that. You're going to see a lot of college games. I don't know if you'll see that defense. But again, it's effective because they have a 7'5" guy in there, and it's something like, it just feels different. But once you get the hang of it, there's a reason that no one plays that defense. And I thought, again, we broke them down and got some great shots at the basket, had some real good passes. We faced the 1-3-1 zone, faced the 2-2-1 3/4 court press. We faced man-to-man in the 2-3 zone defense. We faced 6 defenses. So it was a great experience, almost like practice, where you get your ability to teach and coach, where guys understand that the next time we see these things, this is what we would do. And at the end of the day, I like our numbers. If we would have taken care of the ball a little bit better, I think we would have had more points, and that remains a concern. I feel like we should be able to play in a game like that with 10 or fewer. Not perfect, but 10 or fewer I think is reasonable. But we self-destruct once in a while in transition, and instead of having 80 or 82, 84 points, you know, you end up in the 70s. So we'll continue to work on that. There's always things we can do to get better. But the other part of it is, on offense, they chose not to run offense for about 20 to 25 seconds for 40 minutes. So again, that feels funny, and sometimes you can be frustrated, and it can kind of get you out of your disciplined style defensively. Maybe it happened a few times, but we stayed with it. And the reason you don't want to do that is, the more the game's 5-on-5, the more easy baskets you don't get, eventually it starts to favor the bigger, better team. And I thought our size wore on them, where trying to strike at the end of the clock late in the game wasn't nearly as easy maybe at the beginning of the game. So proud of our team's effort in what I thought was kind of an awkward game, because New Mexico State came in here, you know, trying to upset us, trying to throw different wrinkles at us that they normally, well, I haven't seen them do it. So maybe that's how they'll play moving forward. I doubt it.
Is that good tourney prep when you're seeing unfamiliar teams and you don't know their tendencies?
Yeah, generally though, if you're in a tourney, you're going to do what you do. You know, you got to the tournament playing a certain style, and but New Mexico State, like I said, they tried a lot of different things tonight, and it was a great experience for us to be able to get through those different things and have the point differential that we ended up having.
Talk a little bit about the contributions from the underclassmen tonight. Whose performance did you find most, I guess?
Rondé Jefferson was outstanding. He made big plays. He did it in all facets of the game, offensive and defensive rebounding. Great assist. Part of why Caleb was 5 for 5 is 3 of those plays, I think, came right off of Rondé's passing. Made some shots, offensive rebound. He did everything, and it was great to see. Also thought Brandon Ashley, you could see his offense getting better. It's easy for him to score. They chose not to guard him. He's too good of a player. If he wouldn't have been in foul trouble, he would have had 25 or 30 points, because he kind of took what the defense gave. At the beginning, he had a couple turnovers, and the reason is that it felt funny. But again, once we settled in, I thought we pretty much got whatever we wanted.
When you talk about Rondé's motor and his work rate, he's kind of going at it 100% every time.
He's learned how to practice better. You know, his intent was good. There's a big difference between high school and college. But Rondé has become one of our best practice players now. And as he's working every day, you know, he's such a talented, intelligent kid that, you know, you could see he keeps getting better and better and better. So I think where his improvement has started is in practice every day.
Would you call Brandon's improvement in the three-point range a surprise, or is this something that you saw building and just now you're kind of seeing the fruits of it?
Definitely not a surprise. No one has outworked Brandon. since the end of last season through the spring, summer, and fall. He works on his shooting every day, many times after practice, and he's starting to see the benefits of it. When he's open, there's not a player on our team that's any better making the open three than him. And, he's really developed that part, which is opening other things up, not only for him, but his teammates.
Those guys have a pretty long leash with the dunks. I mean, you got Nick with the 360 and Ronnie coming in and the way he did it. Your thoughts on that?
You know, in the open court, you want to get to 2 points. If you do a 360, you better make it. I think every coach feels that way, but I can't coach what Ronnie did. I think he grabbed the guy, took him up, put him in the rim and the ball. That's what you call going strong.
How important does a guy like McConnell become against those junk defenses that you saw tonight and maybe in the future?
Very good, very good. And TJ has to work. At times he gets frustrated with himself, and as a point guard, when he becomes frustrated with himself, he quits leading the team and running the team. Tonight was a huge opportunity for our point guard to recognize defenses, sometimes to settle his teammates. And you know, I talked to him a little bit. He's caught up in his own world. He can't do that. He has to always be about the other 4 players. But he played a very good game. But to me, he can be even better moving forward. Sometimes if he turns the ball over or makes a play that doesn't work out for himself, he kind of gets mad at himself, and that affects the next play or the next segment of the game. So we're working with him on that.
And overshadowing all this is Caleb, who went 5 for 5 and 4 for 4 and 15.
Caleb would have never been able to finish like he did in a game like this a year ago. He's just a better player. He's improved, and it's great to see. Also, I thought he really settled in from the foul line tonight. He's improved tremendously from the foul line, and I thought when he shot the free throws tonight, he was relaxed.
You talk about starting 10-0, back-to-back seasons now. We were trying to look it up. I don't think it's ever been done, or if it has, it's been a long time.
We're very proud of it. You know, the guys in our locker room, some of those guys have been on both teams. You know, I think it's a credit, number one, to them getting better every day, working hard in between games. It's not easy to, like, play UNLV in a whiteout and then move in a very quick turnaround through a couple of days and be ready for another opponent. We have to do it again. Now we have to get ready for a huge game on the road at Michigan. So I think it's the preparation, it's honoring the process. We talk a lot about that. We have a number of guys on our team who I really think live through that. They're trying their best to get ready for each and every opportunity.
You played all the guys on the bench, but Zach wasn't there.
He was sick, so in an effort to not contaminate the rest of the McHale Center and our team, we isolated him. But he should be fine.
Coach, will you briefly just talk about just going on the road now, just since we're not going to be with you, and you know what to expect?
Well, number one, we're going into an incredible home court. I know that the University of Michigan has really invested tremendous in Chrysler Arena. It's been a long time since I've been there, but I know they've renovated similar to what we're doing with McHale, and I think you'll see that it's a fantastic home court. Obviously, Coach Beeline, I know him well. He was in the Atlantic 10 when I was there for several years. One of the great coaches in college basketball, and a year ago he led his team into the national championship. Great conference, fantastic home court, really well-coached team, and a team that I know wants to defend their home court like we do at McHale. What that means for us is we have to play a great game and be at our best. And it's a great challenge, though. That's why you come to a place like Arizona, so that you play in a game on CBS with great meaning. And we'll see how ready we are. We could maybe go there and play a great game and not win. But I know trips like that and games like that will only make us better.
Two more for Coach.
Sean, with Brandon's perimeter shot, when did you begin to see that come around for him and thought that would be a comfortable thing for him to see?
He showed signs a year ago, especially in practice, but this summer and in this fall, you could really tell that his repetitions are now on his side, where he's shot enough and has worked enough that he believes in it. His mechanics are better. Everything, when he shoots it, you think it's going in. And the other thing is he's taking good threes. You know, sometimes you can fall in love with it and start to deviate, but to me, the three-point shots that Brandon has taken have been very good threes. It's a great shot for our team.
And we've been focused on this game, but any additional thoughts on Michigan, their season so far? They've been a little disappointed, it seems like, even though they still got a lot of pieces.
Well, the one thing about Michigan, they've played a great schedule. If you look at who they've played, if you play at Duke, your chances aren't very good. They've played a competitive schedule, and because of that, I know they've probably improved each and every week of the non-conference season. But they were in the national championship game a year ago. They're a perennial NCAA tournament team, and Michigan, I think, speaks for themselves. We know that it will be one of the stiffest tests that we'll have all season long.